Hi, this is David with entry number 216, coming at you live back in Gangneung. It's Sunday currently, and I am back in my apartment. This little pup you see in front of you is my dog, Fergus. Fergus is a Granendal, or Granendal, a Belgian sheepdog. But what I wanted to do today is I wanted to focus more on I don't know exactly what I wanted to talk about, but I wanted to also show what I got yesterday in Seoul. So first of all, I got this cool book here. I don't know what's going on with the camera. I apologize with that purplish light. I got this book by my friend Pat. Excuse me. He surprised me and bought that. I think I mentioned that in yesterday's video, and I think it'll be really helpful. I've already fingered through it a little bit, and it's a pretty sweet, very nicely laid out book. More importantly, I bought, like I said, my sport coat, and I just wanted to show that here. Maybe I haven't really talked about men's style on this video entry, but if you know me personally, you know that I try and look as professional as possible on a daily basis. Even on a day like today, which was Sunday, I wore a tie and a pair of slacks. So I try and keep a professional appearance in my day-to-day life. And what I really like about why I think this coat is a pretty good steal, or this jacket, is that I'll just point out a few things. I'll move this. I'll go back to this in a second, but this is a double-breasted jacket, and that means that the cloth kind of folds over on itself, and you can see there's two sets of buttons on either side of the flaps. I don't know, the placate. I don't really know what the technical definition of that is. It has a functional chest pocket for a pocket square, and unfortunately, I think these are false flap pockets. I apologize for the weird veiny hand. I just finished doing some exercises, so but I think what really sets this apart from a typical jacket that you might find at a store is that there's a lot of really clever details that they've added to make it pretty cool. First of all, you get, if you look at the lapels, which these parts right here, typically on a jacket, a modern jacket, you'll have notch lapels where this part goes in, cuts in, the fabric cuts in. But on this particular jacket, they've left fabric peak on either side, and these are called peak lapels. There's also ones where they don't even cut fabric at all, and it's just a round thing, kind of like a shawl, and that is called a shawl neck. Another really cool feature of this jacket that I really like. And again, I apologize for this strange color that I'm seeing here. I'm pretty sure you'll see it too. It's like very pink over here. Is this button detail, and these are just plain stamped plastic buttons, but you can see they have this cool little white drip pattern on the ends. And the last piece of cool kind of kit is now it is a 4-button, what do you call this part? A 4-button, I forgot. 4 buttons here. I usually like 3 spaced apart, and it's non-functional, which is fine because rarely you see that in jackets nowadays. But you have this really cool red ticking around the 4th button, a kind of contrast ticking, and I really dig that in a nice subtle kind of flare Um, but yeah, I really dig this jacket. It's really cool. Also from the same store I bought this jacket. I bought this tie. It's a pretty good tie. I've tied it a few times. It makes a good knot. Sometimes this is a fairly thin silk, and the problem with thin silks is that they can make really crappy knots. This tie in particular, I was afraid because it's very thin and it's budget. It's H&M, so it's a budget store. But the tie folds or creates a very strong, sturdy knot. As long as you're doing a bigger knot, in particular, like a half Windsor, works well. The last thing I wanted to talk about with this, with like men's style or whatever in general, and with this jacket, is that H&M decided to maintain a fairly thick lapel. Modern jackets have about a 2-inch lapel. This is about 2.5 inches. And what's important when you're kind of sizing your top half, for your jacket, your shirt, and your tie, is that it's called a golden ratio for your tie, your lapel, and your collar, your shirt collar. And if you notice, this tie, the majority of it, you'll be seeing is like from here down to the tip. And if we put the tie down onto the collar, you can see that it basically fills in that collar, and that's what you're looking for in your tie thickness. If you're gonna wear a skinny tie, you should wear a skinny lapel jacket, or else this is gonna look kind of goofy. You see it sometimes in TV shows where they just kind of think that putting a skinny tie on someone makes them hip, but you kind of got to get your ratios down. Lastly, I'll show this shirt, and this is nothing to write home about. Unfortunately, this weird tint on the camera is affecting the shirt color, but this is actually a purple, or not a purple, a pink shirt, very light pink, like a pastel or like a baby blue or baby pink. Like the pink color you use for a baby room. And it might not necessarily go the best with this tie in retrospect. The tie has like a dark red and blue color thing going, but it should be a pretty cool little trio once it's on. But I just kind of wanted to talk about that, and I know it's not very exciting, but I think it's something that a lot of people could appreciate nowadays. Anyway, thanks for watching. And again, I'm sorry if this was super boring, but I don't know, I thought it would be pretty fun. I might go into a little bit more detail later. But thanks for watching, and I will talk with you tomorrow.